the theme of this week right now, and maybe even the theme of January itself, is boss up. Okay, like I'm definitely getting the energy of somebody who is having a major glow up, who is bossing up, who is thriving, who has made very obvious progress. Okay, and you're gonna have a lot of people from the past who are gonna come back towards you, or maybe you're just gonna have one particular person from the past that comes back towards you. You're gonna have people who spoke ill of you, or maybe they didn't speak ill of you, but maybe they just did not see the value in what you were creating at the time. It kind of reminds me of Bitcoin. You know how Bitcoin went, like, I think crazy in like 2008. Obviously I was 8 years old, so I could not participate, but it reminds me of something like that. I think there was one particular guy or a group of people telling everybody, go buy Bitcoin, go buy Bitcoin. And the people who did not listen to them are kicking themselves, because the people who purchased Bitcoin back in 2008, in 2010 or whatever, they're billionaires, millionaires now. And hey, that's just kind of how life goes. So that's basically what I'm getting. This is a situation where if they are not with you now, if they're not supporting you right now, if they're not like giving you your flowers now, they will. And it doesn't mean that you have to accept them back into your life. You can just say thank you. You know, people live and learn. Forgive them, Lord. They know not what they do. Okay, that type of thing. But just make sure that you are aware of who's for you and who's not, because you are bossing up, you're glowing up, you're thriving, honey. Like, even if you're not in this energy right now and you feel like you haven't seen real physical or tangible results, honey, let it take its time, let it run its course. Okay, I have also been thinking about time itself and the significance of time, and how time does not truly exist, right? So there's already a version of you who is already living out your desires. That's why you're so hungry for it. That's why you want it so bad that like it just makes you like want to shake, because you want it. You want it that bad because you already have it. You just have not caught up to that version of you that is living out that life that you created in your mind. But the moment that you created that life in your mind and you took the necessary actions to align yourself with that particular timeline, that timeline manifested. Okay, but because time does not exist, you have to go through the process of life and go with the flow until you catch up with that version of you who is living and embodying that life that you dreamed up. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. But time is super significant right now, and just like elevation is super significant right now. That's a big theme. So I just want you guys to pay attention to how you're using your time. If you have not been using your time wisely, now is the time to make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that you're being productive, okay? But take your time as well. I keep saying time, it's funny, but make sure that you are being very intentional about the steps that you take right now, because I feel like the steps that you take right now is definitely creating your future, but it's also putting you in a position where you are either going to manifest that future faster or slower, if that makes sense. So the intentional actions that you're taking, if you're manifesting a new car but you're sitting around doing nothing to make that happen, you are like just causing the gap between when that is going to be a reality to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you are actively doing things like maybe you're fixing your credit, maybe you're saving your money, things of that nature, you are making the gap between that reality smaller and smaller. So that's why I'm suggesting to you guys to be very intentional right now about who you spend time with and what you do on your day to day. Every single day you should be doing something that's going to serve a purpose and serve your highest self. I don't mean that you need to be grinding and hustling every day, okay? You could, if all you did today was do your skincare routine or clean up, honey, that serves your highest self. Because one, cleanliness is next to godliness, but also, honey, if you're taking care of your skin, that's going to help you in the future. You're not going to be all like wrinkly, okay? And no shade to people who got wrinkles. Wrinkles are a beautiful thing, and they show your wisdom in your age, okay? So don't be offended if you got wrinkles. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying, you can tell when you see somebody who's older in age, like 65 and up, how well they took care of themselves when they were younger, okay? So that also goes with exercise. If you're exercising and moving your body, and at least at the very least stretching your body, when you get older, you're not gonna be all hunched over and like, fighting for your life, because you took the time and the steps today to make sure that you took care of your body now, because taking care of your body now is truly for your future. But y'all get it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Make sure you're being productive. Make sure that you're being intentional, which I honestly feel like a lot of people in the collective are, that you are taking that New Year's motivation and allowing it to excel you further in life, and you're not allowing it to cause any delays. You're not letting anything hold you back. I feel like there's a particular person that you were speaking to about your business or anything like that. It was somebody in your life that you were talking to, or something that you were doing. Like maybe it was just like doom scrolling on social media, or smoking weed, drinking alcohol, whatever. It was something or someone that you were engaging with that was not benefiting you. Okay, so you are now doing things that's benefiting you. Again, you don't have to hustle and bustle every day, especially for my feminines. You rest and you receive, honey. You have to tap into the energy of rest and receptivity if you are in your divine feminine energy. You can still have that balance of that divine masculine and get work done here and there, but you have to be very intentional about it and make sure that you're not over exerting yourself, right? So it's okay to rest. Rest is productive, especially when it's intentional, okay? It's okay to just read a book. If all you did was read a book today, that is beneficial for your future, your mind, your body, and your soul, okay? If all you did was cook a home cooked meal instead of going and eating takeout, that is beneficial. But make sure every day you're doing big things or small things or both that is beneficial to your future, okay? I said all that to say I feel like a lot of you guys are going to again experience people coming back from the past because of these things that you're doing, okay? Because your glow up, it's not going unnoticed. People are seeing it and they're loving it and they want to be a part of it. But be careful, because some of these people want to be a part of it for the wrong reason, okay? So you have to use your discernment, all right? That's where meditation comes in and why that's so important. Use your discernment to make sure that you're paying attention to who's around you and why, okay? Because some of these people, because God may have even been testing you, or he will be testing you soon. Some of these people were talking mad crap about you, okay? Let's just be real. Especially when you were in your low season. They were talking about you. They had nothing nice to say about you whatsoever. They were confused about what you were doing. They didn't support you. They thought what you were doing was weird. They didn't understand the ingredients that you were putting together. It didn't make sense. It didn't look right. And then, honey, you whipped that thing up, put it in the oven, and you baked you a nice triple decker cake. And now they're like, oh my God, I want a piece. Because when I was getting my ingredients together, you looked at me like I was crazy. You looked at me like I didn't know what I was doing, and I really did. So you got to be careful with that, because that's just how people are. It's like people have that FOMO, that fear of missing out, when they see somebody who is evolving, especially if these people like at one point felt like they were above you in some type of way, and you shoot past them without any warning. They're like, oh, let me get next to them, because their intentions are to try to outdo you and step on you, okay? So be careful, y'all, because you are thriving. You're doing really good right now. I'm proud of you guys, because you are out here making it happen in a time where the powers that be are really trying to like step on us and throw negative energy at us and put us in darkness and mess up our root chakras and our foundations. They're really trying to like F with us, okay? And I heard that in my head. So like they're really trying to mess with us, y'all. But you being aware of that is going to put you ahead of most people, because most people are not aware yet what is happening, and they are living in a state of confusion. Don't be confused. They are messing with us collectively, and even practically in your own individual lives. People are messing with you, okay? And it's not for you to be paranoid. It's just for you to look at it like, okay, game recognize game. This is a game, and you're not gonna win because you don't know me well enough. But in the art of war, know thy enemy and know thyself, and you're gonna win all of your battles. If you don't know your enemy and you only know yourself, you're only going to win half of your battles, okay? So make sure that you know who the enemy truly is, and do not live in a state of fear and paranoia, okay? Like, I see sometimes on social media, people are like, oh my God, the feds are after me, and people are driving by my house and all this other stuff. And I try not to judge, because I don't understand the mental state of that person. But I know some of you guys are not being watched by the feds. No one is stalking you. Okay, that is all in your mind. Okay, and I need you to take your power back and live your life and stop being paranoid. If you need to seek mental health services, please do that. If you need to seek therapy, please do that. If you need to talk to a close friend or relative, please do that. But I promise you, you're okay. The feds have no reason to watch you. Okay, they have no reason to. You're just a regular degular like person who has done nothing wrong. Even if you're truly tapped in spiritually, they cannot touch you because you have not done anything wrong. Okay, so I don't know who that's for, but I'm praying that you get out of this spiritual psychosis state that you were in. I'm praying that you reclaim your power and step back into your divinity and understand that you have nothing to be afraid of, and everything's going to be okay. And I hope that you intentionally use this time right now and this energy that God is really granting us right now heavily, and the ancestors and the angels are really heavily carrying us and supporting us through this dark time. I hope you use that and allow it to fuel you to keep going and move forward, okay? But I love y'all. If you need a one-on-one session, click the description box below. Check out my new website, Goddess in the Flesh. I have added a bunch of new things. I have a bunch of athleisure wear and active wear and yoga mats and all types of stuff for my people and my baddies who are like in the gym, in the Pilates classes right now. I have a bunch of stuff for y'all. And of course I have my beanies, my sweaters, everything to survive this winter cold right now. So y'all check that out. And of course, don't forget to buy my book, Transmute Empower, okay? You can buy it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.